Hey Maria, so we talking about Ascot and Deborah, but Deborah don't have a picture. Ascot, a wise daughter, although she is little known woman of the Bible, Ascot is a wonderful role model for women today. She used her wisdom and knowledge to provide for her family. The story of Ascot is found in the book of Joshua and Judges. Ascot was the daughter of Caleb, who achieved fame as one of the two spies of Israel who gave a good report about the promised land. Later, we read that at the age of 85, Caleb reminded Joshua of the promise that he had been given by Moses regarding the land of Canaan. Caleb had success in driving out some of the inhabitants of the land that he acquired. However, he needed help to conquer the land of Debar. In order to do this, he offered his daughter Ascot in marriage as an incentive. The account of Ascot implies she and Caleb enjoyed a close relationship. Although she was used as a commodity to help her father conquer land, Ascot used her wisdom to make the best of her situation. The Nagi, the southern part of Judah, is a hot, dry region with less than 8 inches of rainfall annually. Water is a necessity, and spring makes life easier in this harsh country. The wording of Ascot's request suggests that she had some knowledge of what life was like in this area. She was wise enough to give her husband consent before asking her father to give her a dowry of commercial value and productivity. The exchange between Caleb and his nephew Othaniel is unknown. However, Caleb respected his daughter enough to want to know her wishes. Ascot's story in this account of an obedient daughter who did not bemoan her faith but utilized wisdom. Her action possibly allowed her family to become successful and respected in the community. For we later learned that Othaniel becomes the first judge of Israel after Joshua's death. Okay. So we're going to go along with Deborah. Deborah, an uncommon leader. Deborah, a strong, courageous leader, served as a great example for women of color today. Like many women, Deborah lived during a time when there was much unrest in her nation. Deborah served as a judge and a prophetess during Israel's bondage under Jabin, a king of Canaan, who resided in Hazor. Sierra, the captain of Jabin's army, was removed for having 900 iron chariots. He was also known for his oppression of the Israelites. Deborah's name means bee, which is very appropriate. She gathered the people to her as a honey, but her sting was most fatal to her enemies. She was a godly woman who wore many hats, that of prophet, encourager, warrior, wife, and ruler. God chose Deborah to minister justice and to lead his people out of bondage into peace. Deborah was one of the several women distinguished in Scripture by her ability to discern the purpose of God. When God spoke to her, she took action. God directed Deborah to speak to one who could deliver the Israel from the enemies. Deborah sent for Barak, the son of Abinadab, and related the instruction God had for him and the promise of victory if he obeyed. Barak replied that he would lead their army to war only if Deborah would go with him. If she would not, he would not go. Deborah agreed to go, but she informed Barak that the victory would now be credited to a woman. It all happened as Deborah said. God delivered Sierra into the hands of Jael, who killed him with a tent peg, and God rescued the Israelites from their foes. Because of Deborah's obedience and willingness to act, she is remembered today for her leadership and courage. All right, y'all, be back with Women of the Bible.